Hello everybody, you are welcome. I'm so excited that you're joining me today. Today's MMW Day and it is Wednesday. My name is Regina. I am joining you from Perth. Thank you so much for joining in today. And guess what? I am going natural. Hey, 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 hey. I am feeling myself. This is my natural hair and I am loving it. Yeah, I just thought to throw that in there because it's been a long time since I give attitude. So I'm feeling myself, so just let me roll with it. Anyway, so today I'm going to answer two questions that my viewers or my audiences got into me from the previous video that I posted online. So 4 weeks ago I posted a video and I was talking about relationship, mainly to the single people, and telling them how to position themselves as they are waiting for Mr. Right or Mrs. Right. You know how it goes. And my advice was, as you're waiting around, make sure you do something with your life. Just don't sit around in front of Netflix and have popcorn in your hands. You're eating popcorn and you're like, oh, I'm waiting for Mr. Right. No, it doesn't work. Okay, as you're waiting, do something with your time, something productive that is going to add value to you, that will make somebody else want to invest in you. And I also said that as a woman, don't make marriage your priority. It's good to get married. It's good to have a companion. It is the most beautiful thing to have a companion. I have nothing against that. But also make sure that that is not your top priority. Your priority as a person is to plant your feet in a solid foundation, is to make sure that you acquire skills that is going to make people run after you. Okay, that was one of the things I said in the video. Another thing I said in the video was, marriage doesn't make you valuable. Yeah, I said that. I said marriage doesn't make you valuable. And the most surprising thing about that video is the level of response that I got. I had a lot of messages come through my inbox, and people were telling me, thank you for putting the video out there. One of the things I want to talk about was this response that I got from one of the girls. And she said this. She was like, thank you so much for putting that video out there. She said, I wish parents knew this. I wish parents, taught their daughters and prepare them how to have confidence in themselves, how to have value in themselves, how to acquire skills to work hard on themselves, and how to acquire skills that will help them. But rather, parents have prepared their girls all their lives to look forward to marriage, and making them feel that your value is attached to marriage, and when you are not married, it means that something is wrong with you, and that you are cursed or you are damaged, or that your village people are running after you. She said, I'm so glad that you have said this, because parents need to train their children on how to walk away from toxic relationships, toxic marriages that do not serve them anymore. Not only that, they also need to train their girls on how to go outside, work physically, and internally, work on themselves, put value on themselves, that tomorrow when they get into marriages and those marriages don't work, they will still walk out of bed feeling independent, feeling confident, and feeling that they haven't lost themselves and there is nothing wrong with them. I was so happy when she sent through that message in my inbox. The reason why I was happy, because that's exactly the message I was trying to convey. I was trying to let people know that your value should not be attached to an external factor. It should be attached to what you've acquired internally and what you've acquired for yourself, but not based on what somebody has brought into your life. Anyways, thank you so much for sending that message through, and I'm sure people who are listening to this right now will benefit from that message that you sent. I'm so grateful. And two of the viewers also wanted me to clarify this. That's why I'm making another video, so I'm happy. So one question a viewer asked was this: why did you say that marriage doesn't make you valuable? Thank you so much for asking this question, and I'm going to answer that. You see, when you when you pin your value on an external factor, when that thing doesn't work, all of a sudden you fall. All of a sudden you feel like you're useless, you're not important, and you're not a valuable person in society. That's the reason why I said that. You see, divorce happen all the time. People separate all the time. Every day people, fall out of love with people. It happens. So when you place your value on marriage, when the marriage doesn't work, obviously you will think that you failed. Obviously you'll think that you're damaged. Obviously you'll think that you've lost every sense of person, every sense of individualism, any sense of importance, because you thought that thing made you important, and because that thing is not there anymore, you feel like you're useless. So that's what happens when you put your value on marriage. And that's why I said marriage doesn't make you valuable, because as an individual and as a person, you should have already acquired value on yourself. Your value is dependent on you. It's dependent on the things that you have worked hard to acquire on your own. It is dependent on the internal values that you have acquired on your way. Things like, are you a good person? Do you have good character? Are you somebody who is kind? Are you somebody who is compassionate? Are you somebody who is, supportive? Are you somebody who is emotionally intelligent? Are you somebody who is critical? Are you somebody who is analytical? Are you somebody who is wise? You see, these are the things that when things don't go right, nobody can take away from you, because you've worked on them, you've acquired them, and you have embedded them within you. So those things give you value and confidence, not marriage. So you go into that marriage with all the things that you've worked on. So when even the marriage doesn't work away, you still walk away with something, even if the marriage doesn't work out. So if you place your value on marriage, you think that you're valuable because you're married. When the marriage doesn't work, you think you're not valuable, you failed. I hope that answered your question. And question number 2 was this: what do you think we should do as single women who are looking for a relationship? Good question, because we are looking. Anyways, I ain't being so silly today. So, as a young woman who is looking for a relationship, this is my personal point of view, okay? And I'm sure most of you have different things you want to say, and your response will be different from mine, and that's totally understandable, because we're all different people and we share different point of view and different worldview, so it's fine. But if you have another response contrary to mine, please do drop it in the comment section, so the people who ask these questions will see and they will benefit from your responses. So from my personal point of view is so every single woman who is out there looking for a relationship, number 1, work on yourself, okay? Don't sit randomly and start watching Netflix and waiting for God to drop your husband from the ceiling into your bedroom. No, work on yourself, okay? Work on yourself. Acquire things, okay? Physically, emotionally, internally, work on yourself and acquire skills that will be beneficial for you and for the marriage. That's number 1. Number 2, don't go around looking in the wrong places. Don't do it. If you are certain that you want a productive relationship, make sure you posture yourself in the right way. If you go looking in the wrong places, obviously you're going to attract the wrong set of people. But if you position yourself right, you will definitely attract the right people. So look actively by working on yourself. That's number 1. Number 2, don't go around looking in the wrong places. And number 3, posture yourself in the right way. Have a positive posture, not a negative posture. Most of us as women or as men, we want good relationship, but we have a negative posture. We have a negative positioning. How are you going to attract the right people if you have a negative posture? How are you going to attract the right people if you're looking in the wrong places? So my advice to you, as you're looking, work on yourself actively. Don't go looking in the wrong places. Posture yourself right. Have a positive posture and you will attract the right people.